Today is July 17th. The Yankees finish off the first half strong with two big victories over the Red Sox after losing game one. And we got Joe's McFly here to talk all about it. Let's talk Yanks. Live from Los Angeles.
Kooky Jake.
That's what we look like. Good. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks, presented to you by SeatGeek. My name is Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Joe's McFly. Sitting next to him is young Jake Storielli. Behind the camera is producer BBD. Early warning for those watching live with us on YouTube. We are in an Airbnb in Los Angeles, and we don't know how good the Wi-Fi is. So hopefully it's great. So far, so good.
In this house.
Jake, how you doing?
James, Joe's, BBD, everyone live with us on It's All-Star Game Sunday. We're coming live from L.A. This might shock you guys. I'm going to start off, because I try to do this when I can.
You always joking?
No, I'm going the other way. We're out in L.A. We're here for the All-Star Game. We got a big group of people here. We're doing so much fun stuff. It all started with the Yanks, Joes.
Started with the Yanks.
So all my love to the Talkin' Yanks fans that are allowing us to do this. And what? Joes, the Yankees are so good. So I'm in a good mood. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
You know, they were able to once again keep the streak alive of the Red Sox not beating any AL East.
You love that stat.
I love it. It's wild. It doesn't make
love
sense.
that.
It's like bad.
Yeah.
Like not beating them not one series.
You know how many teams in the division there are playoff bound? That like last year they tied with the Yankees. They had home field advantage though. They're gonna have home field advantage over no one if they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
This is a Yankees podcast.
Not even the
Yankees
Orioles.
podcast. That's none of my business.
That's none of my business. What is my business is Garrett Cole and the Yankees being mad the last 2 days.
Yeah.
I love mad
I like that
Yankees.
too. I like that. Let's.
Love them.
Do you want to burn game one and get into it?
Should we burn game one and get into it right now?
Yeah, because there's three of us. There's
Yeah.
three voices.
There's three of us, so we got to talk more.
Yeah.
I went to the game.
Joe's McFly took a picture with Rob Manfred this morning.
I did.
Shook his hand and said, "I love everything you do."
You're my idol.
In and out of baseball, I'm a fan of yours.
He'll be traded to MLS.
Yeah, that is hot.
You and Rob Manfred both like anime.
Making money.
Yeah, anime.
I see you and Rob Manfred being big anime guys.
He doesn't even pronounce that right.
Has no idea. People have some funny comments. Funny comments with that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the
Nobody
award.
had a funny comment to say about your Shady Rays, though.
I love my shit.
You've been wearing them all day. You didn't know where they weren't all day, for sure.
You didn't know they weren't.
Shady Rays, they are the best. You guys probably know that we've been with Shady Rays for a while. And they are a big part of our all-star trip. We're all wearing Shady Rays right now. BBD, James, Joe's McFly. I like those frames. Are those the same frames as me?
Yeah,
No,
I think you guys have similar frames.
I think
on.
yours has like a gold.
Mine have
trim.
gold. Yeah,
I
you went
think
silver.
Jones,
Those are the
think
ones
you
I
and I
wanted.
have the silver going.
You went
Jake's got a
silver.
gold happening.
We have the same shape.
It's
I
the
wanted
same
the gold.
model.
Every pair of Shady Rays and their high visibility, polarized optics. Ooh, they're backed by a lost and broken replacement guarantee. We almost had a situation this morning where someone almost broke their Shady Rays, and we all started laughing because we were like, these are for life.
Yeah,
We're good.
that's it.
So then you started stomping on everyone, Shady Rays, and
I
it was
don't.
such a mess.
I would never do that to Shady Rays.
We cleaned it up. Shady Rays sent us the replacements. And you guys need to get Shady Rays. They're giving you $20 off each pair of polarized sunglasses at shadyrays.com with the code JOHNBOYAS for All-Star. JOHNBOYAS. Shady Rays are the best. Summer is here. We've needed the Shady Rays.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone forgot their Shady Rays this morning, and they were like, I really wish I had my Shady Rays because there's so much sun.
It was extra sunny in Santa Monica.
It's like a sun festival out here. So thank you to Shady Rays. Go check them out, shadyrays.com. Code JOHNBOYAS, $20 off.
AF.
Game 1.
Game 1 in the Boogie Down Bronx as the Boston Red Sox would come into town before the All-Star break with Nate Dogg Eovaldi trying to make it regulate for the Red Sox with the full Monty. Jordan Montgomery slanging that thing around for the Yankees. Top 1, it's the guy that got Joe's on the map. Rafael Devers does it again, a 2-run home run in the first inning. But bottom 3, hit the music, Joes. Giancarlo, let the rhythm take you over, Giancarlo. Te quiero, 3-run homers. Big G puts the Yankees on top of top 4. This guy feels like he hurts the Yankees. Christian Vasquez ties it up at 3, and then, oh my God, Bobby Dahlbeck hits a home run. They go up 4-3. It's bottom 9. Will the Yankees push one across? They do as Tanner hawks one away. My goodness, it's bases loaded. Nobody out. Tied game. Oh, no. Disaster strikes. The Yankees don't score after that. It's Buenos Cantos. The Yankees load them up again. They don't score again. In the 11th, my king, he's shutting him down. My king, his royalness, and he looks excellency. Bounces a slider. It goes off the mask. Bogart scores. Really good base running by him.
Yes.
The Yankees lose 5-4 in 11 innings.
Ooh, no side commentary during your burns, please.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, Joe's agrees. Yeah, this game was a stinker, man. It was like everything I feared about this series, which now I'm fine about, but it was like they're tired. They're just going into the break. This team just wants the break. Some dumb, silly errors and bad play and losing runners on. And like the mojo just didn't feel great even when they were up. Monty with the rough start, all that jazz. So I was pretty down.
I was pretty down. I was pretty sad.
I thought horrible usage of the bench in this game. If we're talking about we're talking about.
I typed out and deleted a tweet about how bad the bench use was, and I was just
Which one bothered you
too
the most?
frustrated.
The Marwin.
Yeah, that one bothered me a lot.
That one bothered me a
No,
lot.
because at least I can make sense of it. Like they wanted Josh Donaldson to try to hit a homer
walk-off
or a
homer.
double.
Yeah.
Like that was the thought process there. Like the one that's the most frustrating is they had to. I mean, they double switched Gallo out, and you had to burn 2 bench players because you don't believe in what you started. So now your bench is basically already empty. And then, I mean, pitch running Marwin for Carpenter. I know.
Yeah, that didn't.
I know Carp ain't the. I bet Marwin has him in a foot race, but also
Didn't seem that important at the time.
it was
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Like,
So
I don't think anyone was like, "Oh, I wish we had more speed on second," as like a number 1 bullet point. It was bases loaded, right?
Yeah, but wasn't he the runner on third? Because like he was the winning run.
yeah.
Yes.
That's why they did it. They
That's what it
didn't
did. It was
replace
like,
him
oh,
on
it'll be
first,
Oh yeah,
which is kind
It
of
wasn't-
bizarre
it
in and
was-
of itself. But again, he would have if Marwin scores on a medium
wild pitch.
sack fly or something like that. Yeah, we wouldn't do it. But yeah, the bench usage was weird. This was another game they lost that they didn't necessarily deserve to win, but they also like easily should have won.
Should have won.
So yeah, man, it was kind of like, are we going to full blown go into the All-Star break like tail between our legs?
I was really upset about this game. I normally just ignore New York after the game. It kind of bothered me extra that day. Why do they play that at this? I don't know. Anyway, but
Hey, why did they? All right, that's a deeper conversation. Like, I want to talk to someone like, why do you play that?
Right.
yeah,
And people have a great. We're talking about playing it during losses.
yes,
And people have a great counter. There's the other Frank Sinatra song like "Get 'Em Tomorrow" or
put soul and body.
It's another Frank Sinatra song. So
I know there just is another Sinatra song. that
Yeah.
Everyone always is like, play that instead.
Yeah, shit. I wish I could think about it, figure it out. But anyway, yes, this game stunk.
Yeah.
And it made me super nervous. Monty gave us a classic Monty performance. He didn't have his curveball in the first couple innings. He didn't throw it a lot. Devers pops him, and then he gets another run, and then he settles down. All of a sudden, he threw 76 pitches. He didn't even crack 80. And he threw.
It's called "That's Life."
That's life. Yeah.
Yes.
That's life. That should be what they play after losses.
That's life.
Monty throws 93 pitches in this game.
Oh, maybe when we were watching it, that's when
Maybe that's after.
he got.
But yeah, I mean, you get 6 innings out of him, which he was 50 through 2, and you're like, he was an out away in the first from being problem time. So great bounce back from Monty. Chapman, he hangs the ball to Bobby Dahlbeck, which Bobby Dahlbeck is, if you don't know, Red Sox, he's one of the biggest pain points for Red Sox fans right now. He's been that bad. That to just throw him that spinning slider is impossibly bad. You can't do that.
I just hate that he keeps getting beat on not his best stuff, bro.
Well, he doesn't believe in his
the
best
zone.
stuff.
I don't know if we're talking about Chapman more later on in the show, but he was pitching that slider he threw was a high school curveball.
Yeah.
And he was throwing with no conviction at all. And then Kay and Paulie talked about it, or they kind of joked or guessed that that's maybe what the mound visit was when Blake comes out. And then he throws a 102 fastball. And it's like, dude, he wasn't throwing with conviction at all. That slider was
Nice loopy.
Wow. Did we lose a bet or something? Red Sox lose, you had to get Jake coffee? Okay, he spit in one of the coffee. We had Jack Doyle from We Got Ice, Red Sox fan, sad.
I told him to make it look like we've been bullying him for how much the Yankees and Red Sox have been.
Okay.
I told him to kind of take the role of Dobby from Harry Potter.
Nice.
And he's really living up to it. He's only wearing one sock.
Dobby is the name?
You've watched. You've read.
You've seen the character. But
Would I recognize the character in a picture?
No.
Okay.
I think you would, because I've never watched and I would recognize.
Okay.
Maybe
All
you
right.
got a chance.
Anything else in this game? I mean,
Was this the Boone ejection game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These strike calls, they weren't that
Yeah.
bad. They weren't that bad of pitches. I know that. I just posted the breakdown. It's really funny. I know this. Boone's really funny, not me. The sentiment is still there. Judge still has those missed calls
Yes.
the most out of anyone in
He
baseball.
does.
But the freeze frame, that one was at his knees, and the Carpenter one I thought was a strike. And then the K zone they show on the TV is wildly different than Baseball Savant and ESPN K zone. Because they had that one missing, the Carpenter one
By a mile.
by a
yeah.
mile. And if you pull up Baseball Savant, they have it as a strike.
It looked pretty outside. I mean, pretty low to me. I don't know.
It's that split, so it has so much late
Oh, so
dive and
probably-
dart to the glove.
It's. Yeah.
People want robo-umps, man. And robo-umps are going to call things strike that are not.
Kinda not.
They look like balls.
Kind of not. Yeah, it's for me. It was tough. Remembering watching live now, I feel like that low strike just didn't get called until the 8th inning, and that's the old saying with umpires is just be consistent. If you're going to be calling the inside pitch all day, call that. Let's see. Jim's bringing up the Carpenter
That's
replay.
there, man.
It probably broke.
Because that's in his glove, so it's there's over the place. That's there.
Yeah.
But I like when Boone gets ejected. He's so eloquent, and every time he gets ejected, he gives motivation to the umpire. His whole message was, "It's not too late.
Right.
You can get better. You can fix your zone. It's not too late." That's just inspiring.
He stopped making bad calls after that, though.
He gets scared. Boone scared him.
He
Yeah.
did get scared.
Yeah.
And the Yankees should have won this. Trevino, I don't know how much we talk about him later.
No, it was a tough end of the game for him.
Yeah,
Yes.
he he's up with the bases loaded, and he's been a hero a lot this season, and at the right times it seems. And he was winning the at bat versus Houck.
He was.
He was winning the at bat. He if Houck made a mistake, Trevino was going to win, and Houck made the mistake.
Yeah, he did.
It was
He
the
hung it.
pitch before he threw a hanger. We should have been talking about Trevino with the game-winning walk-off down the line. And so then I'm sitting there after the game, and I'm like, I was like, do I even say that? Because hitting's tough, like whatever. You know, either way, the Yankees should have won this game. I texted our friend Trevor Plouffe, who we're going to see tonight, former MLB third baseman, Phillies.
Trevor Plouffe.
I texted him. I was like, tough loss. And he goes, he messaged, and maybe I'm blowing him up right now. He was like, Trevino blew his at bat. He's like, he had him beat. He had Houck beat, and that would have been the game. We'd be talking about a sweep. We wouldn't even be talking about, like, the lingering Red Sox loss nonsense. But here we are, and, again, we're probably diving into this because the rest of it goes pretty good after.
Yeah.
Dude, and
Stan homers, which is awesome because he's like a homer against the Red Sox.
Homer machine, DJ was great.
Always
Carpenter can't stop. And, dude, Wandy Peralta, we should be talking about him as a hero. He had 2 shutout, 29 pitches when the bullpen needed it bad. Bad.
Bad. All right, let's go to game 2 then.
The second game?
Wandy pitched like that, and then game 2 happens.
Oh,
Remember. We'll tell you guys in a second.
Wow. That's that good stuff, Joes.
I just add another element to that story.
There's always a new layer. It's an onion.
Can you tell us what happened in game 2? We were watching it together.
Try.
We were watching it together, and then
I'll try.
burn, Jakey, burn alive.
Game 2 in the Boogie Down Bronx. Joe's McFly on the flight, taking shots of Jameson Taillon as the Yankees would take on the Red Sox in full pension piv. Nearly headless Nick Pivetta. Top 1, tell me if you've heard this one before. Devers homer. It's 1-0 Red Sox. How does that happen again? But bottom 1, the Yankees push one across on a Donaldson ground out, sure. And then, mama, there goes that mustached man again. Matt Carpenter with the 3-run home run. It's 4-1 Yanks. It would stay that way into the 5th. Taillon and Pivetta settled down until, oh no, gavel time. Judgy with the solo shot, followed by that mustached man again. Matt Carpenter, another 3-run home run. It is 8-1 Yankees. Judge does it again. A 2-run homer. It is 10-1. We're having fun. 11, 12, 14 after the IKF RBI. Taillon, a big start for him going into the break. He settles in, retires 17 straight, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, only that 1 earned run to Devers. Weber comes in. Yankees win 14-1.
Boom. Great job, Jake.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Let's. So we're sitting on the couch in the living room. There's not many moves to dissect here or much action, so let's just tell them what happened.
Yeah.
We're sitting in the living room, and in the first inning, DJ comes to bat. He takes an inside pitch that knocks him down. I don't think it was intentional, or I don't know. He kind of really got knocked down, though. But then, after getting knocked down and trying to regather himself, Pivetta tries to quick pitch him.
Yeah, he stepped out.
When he steps out, he doesn't like that. A little bit of a. It's a good move by. It's gamesmanship in a way. Like, I don't hate that move. I kind of actually love it, that move. If Cole did that to someone, I'd be like, you badass, Cole.
DJ hated it.
DJ hated it. And
Hated
then DJ flies out. He fucking rocks one.
He rocks
Because
one.
he was like, I'm swinging for the fences now. And JBJ makes a hand of God. like
my
a video
God.
game
Stole
catch.
it.
Like, so cool.
That's like an all-time catch for
Yeah,
me.
that's
That was
crazy.
awesome. Out of nowhere.
It's all-time.
Out of nowhere.
He's a lie.
First play of the game.
He's not true. He's not
Yeah.
real.
First play of the game. Yeah. So then Judge comes up, and then Rizzo comes up, and then Stan comes up, and you can just see their eyes, especially Judge and Rizzo. They were just looked like pissy,
Pissy, very pissy.
like full of piss and vinegar. And after Devers gave up the home run in the first, I think that snapped him more. there's a lot of stuff beforehand to get him going. Do you want to let him know a little bit,
The
Joe?
clubhouse.
Yeah.
What,
So-
what happened in the clubhouse?
This is what we think happened because they came out a little like angry. I think something happened with like the fruit salad
Yeah.
and Wandy.
That might not have been the best place to start, but go on. Yeah.
Right? Something may have happened with Wandy. Wandy gave a spirited speech
Yeah.
to everybody that was not
Spirited.
It was
Like,
it was
passionate.
yes, very
He threw a
passionate.
chair.
He threw a chair or
Yeah.
two.
Yep. He stood it
And-
back up
He
afterwards.
threw like his own
Yeah,
clothes.
he picked it up after.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
picked
he
it up.
well, and
People
he
were
ended
like-
up shirtless for sure.
And I think that what happened is that he said he was very incoherent. Like nobody even understood what he
Out
said.
of control.
Yeah.
He went insane.
Yeah.
The Spanish players are like they don't know what he's
The
saying.
English players were looking at the Spanish players.
They're
Spanish
like-
players were
They don't know what's going on.
well, we don't know.
So I think they started to say, you know what? I agree. I'm mad about yesterday.
I kind of feel the same way a little bit.
No, he's right. We can't just roll over and die into this break.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the clubhouse was saying.
Wandy pitched, and he was upset that his fruit salad wasn't
He
there.
had bad fruit salad.
Somebody took his fruit salad.
The
It never
clubby,
came.
well, the clubby actually knew, hey, if I don't give Wandy his fruit salad, he might get the guys going.
Right.
So the clubby ate it.
Early pride.
Did he leave it there then? You think that he left it there, like the empty one? That's what actually got him mad.
Yeah. Wandy thought someone ate his. And then, so this is what I'm just realizing now. Tyone gives up the home run to Devers.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the bullpen phone is ringing in the dugout. And they're like, this is a two-way phone? I didn't know that we can get calls here.
Yeah.
And they pick it up.
Okay.
Matt Blake picks it up, and it's Wandy just fucking going.
Oh,
nuts.
going nuts.
Just.
Like hangs it up like you think you saw something possessed.
Yes. And then Blake just looks at him and goes, Wandy's still mad.
Still going.
And then that's what they go take their at-bats, and they're just.
The players think it's about the Red Sox. Wandy knows it's about the fruit salad. The clubby planned all of this.
He's actually like the MVP. Yeah.
The
Shout out to
Yankees
the
were
club.
pissed.
Yeah.
And they dominated. And maybe if that story's not true, I think they were kind of sick of the losing streak, and they don't scare. They're not afraid of Nick Pivetta at all.
At all.
At all. Like
He only had one swing and miss on a fastball all game.
they kind of
Donald.
they don't respect Nick Pivetta.
Yeah, I don't think.
And they could not believe they lost the game the night before. They couldn't believe they lost the
The
game
Reds,
2 nights before.
Yes.
Third straight extra inning game.
And they can't believe that they lost 2 games in Fenway before.
And Joe's, you know what? Now that I actually think about it, this Yankees team, special team, going to win a lot of games. They were not going to let the Red Sox win their first AL East series
That's
against
the
them.
big thing.
I didn't know why you were all over that. Like, I get that it's like fun facty. I think the Yankees were like, screw
Fun
that.
facty, dude. If we
Screw
were
that.
told,
Right.
if we were the Yankees last year, maybe, and and there was a stat out there that said you hadn't won a single series against your division rivals,
Right.
You know how like we can call Jack and Zoe in as Red Sox fans, but that would like hurt me. We don't have bragging rights over anyone
Not
in our
even the
division.
Orioles.
Like
Right.
we can't. Everyone has beat us every series.
Yeah.
That's an insane stat that I didn't want the Yankees to break. Other people can do that, but not
They
the Yankees.
stink.
Yeah, one swing and miss on a fastball and 0 swings and miss on the curveball from Pivetta, who had to end up going to his slider, which I never really seen. It's not a good slider.
I mean, it's not like a go-to pitch for him. He doesn't
No, I think
want
he-
it to be a go-to pitch.
Yeah, no, it was like desperation.
Yeah. He got rocked.
Yeah, he did. All right, let's do game 3 because we got a lot of awards and stuff to give out.
Awards. Let me see. Is there anything else? We watched this on the couch. Who else deserves a shout-out? Anyone?
I think there's a lot of shout-outs and prize in awards.
Ryan Weber, just because we're not going to.
Yeah, Webby, good
Okay.
job. I just said it. Good job.
Yeah. I was finishing the segment. Sexment.
6 minutes.
A rubber match in the Bronx. Garrett J. Cole would try to work out a Yankees win on the way to the All-Star break, as the Red Sox would hope their season wasn't sailing away, with Chris back on the bump against the New York Yankees. Bottom one, Gleyber Torres with the RBI fielder's choice, and then Carpenter, RBI ground out. Absolutely, that always happens. And then this Hicks, unstoppable. He hurts Chris Sale. He breaks his paw. He's out, and the Red Sox broke down. Joes, stop intermitting this. DJ LeMahieu, RBI single. Good fortitude by the Yankees to make it 4-2. The judge orders himself another RBI single. That mustache man did it again. RBI double, scores 2 runs. It's 7-2. It's 8-2. It's 9-2. Tim Locastro, 11. The New York Yankees are up 11-2 after putting up a snowman in the 4th, an 8 spot on the board. They would cruise from there as Boston's season is done and broken. A guy named Jeter homers in the Bronx. Don't care. Joey Gallo homers, same. Yankees win. Garrett Cole looks good. 7 innings pitched, 12 punch-outs. The Yankees win the series 2 out of 3. They win this 13-2, and they head into the All-Star break with a record of 64-28. Spit in my mouth, honk on my tugger, and fuck that Dolphin. Let's go Yanks.
Wait.
Kids listen to this show, Jake.
What was that?
Everything was cool to the very end. You kind of lost your cool.
Nothing I say should be important to anyone.
You guys
that adds up.
You guys normally say good job, Jake.
It was real good, man.
It was a great job
At the
until
end, you know.
What at the end?
People are in their cars. They're like driving with their kids.
Which part at the end?
driving
The kids,
through
actually,
kids.
the kids actually like the Burns the most.
There's
Oh,
no
look,
kid
listen to this
comments,
silly
are there?
man.
I'm never thinking.
Are the kid comments saying anything in the chat?
My screen's
It just
black.
went away.
I'm the most pathetic man in the world.
It's not right.
Okay. You know what? Joe's and I were talking about this, and I just think general vibe check, and then we'll move into awards. But to win the series, to win in that manner, I'm grateful. Because I didn't want to go into the All-Star break down.
Yeah.
Do you know how enjoyable the home run derby and the All-Star game is going to be for us compared to Zach? Or that's Zoe and Jack comboed.
Yes.
It's Zoe and
That
Jack.
is Zoe and Jack combo.
Yeah, I didn't mean Zach. I meant Zach.
Tough for
Yes.
Zach.
Like,
Yeah.
we're just going to be able to enjoy it just a little bit more because the Yankees had an all-time.
It feels like they
First
kind
half.
of
Although I think-
righted their ship a little bit.
I think there was one time when Chris Rose asked, like, who's the biggest Yankees fan in the office? Be funny if, like, Zach was, like, the deadpan winner. Like,
Yeah.
Zach would have been just fucking devastated.
I think he is.
He low-key is.
Yeah. He gets down.
Joe's a pretty big Yankee fan.
No.
This game
Zach works for a Yankee company.
Talk about this
Yeah.
game.
Talk about this game.
put me to bed.
Yeah, Joe, you slept the whole game.
I took like naps.
Dude, Joe took like 3 different naps, and every time he woke up, he goes, "No way!
Yeah.
No
I was
way!"
like, this is the longest
Game's
game of
still going?
existence.
So you were out for 20 minutes,
crazy.
Joe. It wasn't that long.
It was before the Low Castro homer, I was shocked it was the 4th inning.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
I couldn't believe it. It was like
He woke up at one point, and Gallo was up with bases loaded, and he just goes, "What?"
Fever dream.
Time works weird in LA. I don't know
Yeah,
what's going
it's
on,
different.
but it's
different.
Strange.
Cole with a good start. Hey, I guess this is one conversation about the game itself.
Okay.
The first pitch. Purpose pitch, trying to just establish the inside, throwing at him. Those are all the differing opinions I saw. What do you got on it, Jake?
Pissy again.
Yeah, I definitely still opened up pissy. They carried that mood.
So was that the first pitch to Devers? Because I know Devers got moved.
Devers.
That's what I meant. First pitch to Devers.
Yeah,
The
okay.
first at bat isn't actually
I
the
didn't.
game.
I didn't see Durant because it's like.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Duran is kind of like the warm up.
Durant's like you grab your chips.
Yeah.
You grab your drink. Like, oh wait, the game start.
Yeah.
Game's about to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 2-out first inning. Starts with Devers.
That's tough. A
You know
blitzball
what?
first.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm going to choose to believe yes.
Yes.
Because why not?
No, I think for
Devers
sure.
has been destroying us.
And then he dots the
And
rest
like
of the pitches.
that's who Cole
Dot.
wants to be,
Yes,
right? Like
uh-huh.
that's who Cole is. So yeah, yes.
Threw him a nasty cutter for the second strike up, and then I was like, okay, and
That was interesting because
Yes.
he scrapped the cutter versus everyone else,
he did.
and then he goes high, and then it's almost like I'm going to take the inside with the fastball. I'm going to move you off your feet, and then I'm going to throw you the pitch you don't think I'm going to throw you because it's my fourth pitch, and I'm going to move you off the plate with that one too. And then he worked the outside perfectly the rest of the at bat. It was cool.
I have a genuine theory.
Yeah.
Pitchers on their throw days. I don't normally know how that goes down.
Mhm.
I think they just make sure they feel good and they work on stuff like
Jerry
getting their-
Blevins told me a little bit. You want me to hear?
getting their cutter tighter. You know, if you want to pass on Jerry Blevins' knowledge.
No,
he's-
it actually wasn't throw day knowledge. It was non-throw day knowledge.
Okay.
Okay.
I think Garrett Cole on his throw day practiced that Devers at bat like 5 times.
Okay.
That's why
he did it with
was
Choi a
perfect.
bunch of times,
His
probably.
fastball and cutter, and he just did the whole thing on repeat.
I like
He
that.
had like 7 pitches planned to Devers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was
Because he
excellent.
was.
I mean, it's all
think
he's
about
thought
who
about.
he is. Yes,
all he's
his
thought about.
last press conference.
It's all he's thought about.
Like the moment after he made that good joke where he was like, "Anybody got suggestions how to get him out?" Like Garrett Cole stared at a fireplace with a glass of wine and was like,
with a robe on.
How do I get him out?"
No, I think
a roll.
I think he asked his wife,
Oh, Amy knows.
and Amy held him. I think she gets a lot of credit.
Okay.
You said you were going to give her your pride, right? Well, the other thing about this game, and not this game, sorry, about the series before, is
Her outfit on Cole signing day still all time.
you loving it?
She nailed it.
I don't remember.
It was like a white suit, right?
It was like a gold satiny,
Mm.
like power suit kind of.
Cool.
Okay.
A lot of roster moves and stuff this series.
Yes.
Tim
Tim Castro.
Tim Locastro gets called up for a pitcher, which
Miguel Castro.
is Miguel Castro. And Miguel Castro's out for 4 weeks. Shut down for 4
Shut down for
weeks.
4.
Shut down.
Joe's and I don't feel good about his return.
I don't think he's. I mean, hopefully he does, but I don't think.
Let's put it this way. I think that takes him off the postseason roster.
I agree.
He'll have a chance, but it's not looking good. Because if he doesn't throw for 4 weeks, let's say he can start throwing then you're looking at 2 weeks. So 6 weeks from now is about the 1st of September.
September call up.
So the rosters expand in September as him as your
He'd have 2 weeks to get like into postseason.
He'd have a month. He'd have September.
I thought you said it was the end of September.
No,
Oh.
it would be the start of September.
they'd have a month then.
He would be the 28th guy on our team.
Yeah.
And if Miguel Castro looks good for a month,
Yeah.
you say okay. If he
It's
doesn't,
tough. That's a long time to
you
be
don't
down.
care.
I mean,
it's tough.
If Britton looks good, I don't know.
I mean, Castro and Britton.
and then
Does one of them end up on the playoff roster?
I don't think so.
I would guess one of them.
You don't need as many relievers because we have so many starters that are going to take spots.
Yeah.
All right.
Herman, remember?
Yeah. Herman. He had another good start down in AAA.
And he should be coming back.
He's going to start. He's going to.
Not one of the Houston games. I think.
In
they said
Sevy's
Tyone
turn, though.
Yeah.
And then Sevy, he's shut down for 2 full weeks. So the way that works is shut down for 2 weeks, probably light toss for the next week, and then ramping up, and then sim game maybe. So you're looking at a month.
Do you think that they're? Oh yeah. Do you think that they're gonna like purposely take their time and stretch him out a little bit?
Yep, I think
Just
if
to
he's
save
if
innings?
and save innings. I think if Sevy can slowly rehab and then build up and rehab and stuff, and then make 4 starts in September and be ready for the postseason, they'd be like, "That's fine with us.
Yes.
Just don't hurt yourself." Because we are in postseason planning mode.
Yes. Does it increase the likelihood of a starter at the deadline now?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think for Sevy, kudos to him. I mean, the way it ended sucks. That it's very easy for us to sit here on a microphone and be like, dude, if you're hurting, don't pitch. But a lot of baseball players don't feel their best, and they go out and play. Sevy has shown enough this season that he has very much earned a, hey, dude, just come back in September.
Yeah.
Get 3 or 4 under your belt. And if you're looking like anything like Sevy, we're in. So, yeah, that's, I think, generally good news on Sevy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And though Castro getting called up and not replacing, they only have 2 games left, so they don't need as deep of a bullpen. But also then getting the start, I don't know. We'll get into that later, I guess. Maybe. Let's do one award.
Should we just get to awards and see what we talk about?
Let's do awards.
You want to do awards?
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Said you want to get to awards.
Yeah, let's just get to awards.
And I
Let me do
said
it.
you want to get to awards.
I'll do it.
Let's do it right here.
Okay. Awards.
What's
The first award we give out on Talkin' Yanks is
Pride of the Yankees. Pride of the Yankees. Yeah.
and Pride of the Yankees is brought to you by Manscaped.
And that's actually why we have Joe's out here.
Yes.
huh?
You can show him.
No.
Joe's currently has his entire chest hair shaved into an arrow pointing up at his face. I'm looking for romance. Is your crotch discomfort hurting your
That's
game?
a good idea, actually.
Joe's, is your crotch discomfort hurting your game?
No, I don't have couch discomfort because I use.
We don't believe you. And fear no more. Oh, you
Fear no
use
more.
This. Fear no more, Joe's. The kings of crotch comfort have spent 2 years designing the most comfortable boxer briefs out there. One guy every day walked into Manscaped, got naked, put on boxer briefs, said, 7 out of 10. 2 years of that. And they got to a 10 out of 10. And I wear them every day. And you can get $20 off plus free shipping with our code Yanks at manscaped.com. That's $20 off. 20% off. Sorry, 20% off. 20% off plus free shipping with our code Yanks at manscaped.com. It's 20% off plus free shipping with our code Yanks at manscaped.com. Up your crotch game because once the Boxers 2.0 touch your sack,
Wandy.
you'll never go back.
Sounded like one.
All right, we're going to give out Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
And this counts towards Pinstripe Strong.
Okay.
So
I go first.
No.
No.
What's the day? Dude, you don't go first. What's the day of the week?
It's Sunday.
Sunday.
I get to go first.
So
I'm
I
closer
go
to God.
first.
Jake's an absolute heathen.
Okay.
I go first, Jake.
You go first.
My Pride of the Yankees is a simple one. And I'm going to leave some more layups for you guys because I want to do this one. Jamison Tyone. Because I've been like a little scared by his bad starts. Like
Yeah.
Jake's been holding strong and have a lot of faith. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like it's been like 6 starts now. What's going to be different? And then he opens up and he gives the perpetual home run to Devers in the first inning.
That was tough.
And that's life. You
It's
know,
life.
Frank Sinatra starts playing. After the first inning, Joe's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Every other inning after that, no hits. He opened the game, what was it, walk, home run, single? No. Just fly ball, home run, single. After that, nothing. Outs.
Just outs.
Needed to right the ship. He looked pissy on the mound.
It was
The whole
pissed off
team
day.
was pissed off day.
Wandy day. So.
And I think that's huge. And it went so underappreciated because the offense was the main story and all that, and it was so fun. Because at one point in the game, you're like, wait, have we pitched this game?
Right.
He's just hitting nonstop. And then you're like, oh, no. Tyone's mowing them down. Like, imagine that sucks for them, man. 4 runs in the first, and then Tyone goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 runs in the fifth, and then Tyone just goes 1, 2, 3.
Jim, I'll reveal to the people, we peel back the curtain sometimes. After last Talking Yanks, you gave me a genuine, like, checking in, and you're like, you think Tyone looks all right? And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, man, like, the game at Fenway didn't freak me out. That Vasquez ball that changed his whole start that would have been our second best start at Fenway, had an 8% chance. It was a Fenway only hit. So like anything else, he would have had our second best start at Fenway. And it felt like all the starters hit the same lump at the same time.
Right.
Like him, Nestor. So I rode with it, and I gave that weird speech where I was like, when Tyone looks good, we say like, damn, it's kind of cool. Like Tyone doesn't have flashy stuff, but he just mows you down.
Yeah.
But then when he looks bad, you're like, he doesn't have any stuff. So
Right.
you do that dance. So happy for JMO. He needed this going into the break. Otherwise, I mean, man, how loud would the starting pitching things be? Which I still think the Yankees do need pitching. But
Yes.
I think Jameson Taillon is going to be throughout this season. October is still definitely a discussion we'll have up until the day. But he's a part of our rotation. He's still having like a good year after a bad stretch.
There's people that I wanted to do well after before the All-Star break. I thought Cole's start before the Red Sox, very important. I thought Nestor Cortez needs to feel good and feel like an All-Star going into the All-Star game, his first All-Star game.
Yeah.
And I thought Tyone needed to pitch well as well to kind of give everyone that kind of like, okay, we're okay starting pitching-wise. It's just a little bump on the road. So
There's a lot of avenues to feel bad about things going into the break, and a lot of them got righted. A lot of them got righted. So that's my pride. And now Joe's goes, and then Jake. Right. Jake, you can go.
I want Joe's to go.
Okay.
I got options, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot.
yeah, there's a lot.
Right now, Joe's is between two dudes.
Betwixt.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
betwixt.
Carpenter.
It's a good one.
Every stat that I keep seeing about Carpenter is
Were you in there, Jake, when they showed the lefty-righty stat? on the
It's-
screen?
Yes. Yes.
what are
Joe's-
do you have his splits? His up-to-date splits? I don't know.
Have
If
him.
anyone watches your
Can have 'em
watches
coming
Joe's
in
Mc,
today.
if anyone watches Joe's McFly's live stream, or if they watch your live streams, or maybe
Yeah.
not, or they watch just like your reactions on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's just how you watch games.
Yeah, that's
Like there
how
was
I
no
watch.
camera on, and you were like curled over belly laughing at Carpenter's splits.
Yeah, I'm like, he's batting 4. Where is it? Oh. He's batting 340 against righties. Okay, I understand that as a lefty. He's batting 409 against lefties. He just doesn't care. He's bombed. And he puts together a great at-bat all the time. And he's out there. He just, when he gets on the bench, you know what he does? He just kind of looks out into the outfield.
Dude, he's like he saw his death like close by, and his end of his baseball life. When he's he's just looking. He's like
He's just looking.
taking it in. Like I still get to play this great game.
And he's conditioning his mustache on a daily now because it's looking amazing all the time.
A lot of that going on.
Love him.
Jake had the tweet a week ago or so about Matt Carpenter doubles being regression, and literally today his season numbers went down. He went 1 for 4 with a double and a walk, and his WRC plus went down.
Yeah, it's a bad day.
Yeah. In the series, Joe's, he goes 5 for 11 with 10 RBIs,
10.
2 walks, 2 homers, and a hit by pitch.
I mean,
He makes Gallo look worse every app. And I think, and you know what I love about him? That he was the happiest person for Gallo. Like, he was chasing Gallo down the dugout, and Gallo was like, whatever, man. Like, still kind of pissed.
I mean, it is a weird thing, but goodbye parties tend to be like happy.
like funerals now are happy.
I think LeCastro kind of like cemented that.
It was kind of rude for them to overlap, but we'll get to
That's
that
true.
later.
Wait, did Carpenter homer today?
No, he just
1 for 4 with
Yeah.
the
It's
double.
just a
Yeah.
double.
He coming into today, 10 starts, 7 home runs. I mean, what do we even compare this to right now?
He's got 34 RBI in 79 at-bats.
Babe Bonds,
What's going on?
Barry Ruth.
I mean, he's 1.4ing for like 30 games. Like I've never seen that. Like
That's awesome.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Remember the year Stanton won the MVP and he was homering like pretty much every game to end the year?
Yeah.
I'm going to get some of those numbers.
All right.
Because that's the only thing I can even in my.
Do you want me to get them? Because we're waiting on your pride.
I mean, I'll get there. I'm pretty good at this.
All right.
2017. I kind of have a weird pride. No, I don't have a weird pride. My pride of the Yankees.
Soto.
I'm between two right now.
I thought you said you had a weird one.
No, because there's two guys by tossing Devers off the plate. And he throws 7 innings, 12 strikeouts in a game that's sneaky important to the vibes for the next 2 weeks, the next 4 weeks against the Red Sox team and Devers, who kind of embarrassed him at Fenway. A little bit. I mean, Devers just owns him.
He did.
That this was a huge start by Garrett, so I'll go Garrett Cole. It's easy to ignore him sometimes because he's so damn good, and we expect him to be so damn good. But that was a great start.
40% whiff rate in this game. He threw. He had 42% whiff rate on his four-seam fastball. It's pretty high. He was spotting it and dotting it really well, and then he brought.
Did you say spotting it and dotting it?
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
I don't think I made that up. I think that's a baseball thing.
Yeah?
I'll take credit.
Have
want
you
me?
heard
That's
that?
the first time no, hold on. I think that's the first time.
BBD, have you heard that?
Not in tandem.
I've never
Yeah,
heard
it's
that.
fine. That-
I think that's out there.
really
I mean,
happy
I'm
to-
blushing. Thank you, but I don't think I made that
I
up.
think that might be a shirt.
Who'd you just turn into?
Like, are you
for a second?
Googling it?
I turned into Ben Savage.
I'm
from Boy Meets
blushing.
World.
Okay.
He is Googling it.
Spotted and dotted. Doesn't look like a term,
It is now.
but yeah,
You just invented a term, dude.
Cole was good.
Gareth.
That's a shirt. Gareth.
Jake, I found a 31 games of that Stanton season
Okay.
that if I go 25, the numbers are crazier, but I'm trying to match
Right.
the 30. Although the bats have to be way different. 1.3 OPS for Stanton in that 31 game stretch. 20 homers. Dude, Garrett hit 20 homers in 31 or not Garrett.
Stan
in this season.
I
It was
guess
it was a 330 batting average, 329 and 895. But if you go to 25, you get to which the at bats might be more similar. You get to a 1.45 with a 1 dot slugging.
I'm going to lay it out slightly different.
Okay, laid out slightly different.
Stanton's MVP year in August, easily his best month. His best month by 200 points in OPS. He had a 1.332 OPS. He hit 18 home runs in August. He was the MVP of baseball, and that was his best month.
That's a great month.
That's Carpenter's OPS. Prime MVP Stanton's best month is what Matt Carpenter has just done. That's nuts.
And we got him for free, 99, man. The Rangers are cool, man.
Yeah, it was cool with the Rangers.
That was
Yeah, it was so
cool with the
awesome.
Rangers.
Oh,
well,
look,
they
I-
felt bad about Gallo.
Look. I found a tweet.
Who's that guy?
Keenan Harvey in 2022, spotting and dotting. So he gets,
Cheese?
yeah.
That's not what you said. It's talking Yanks.
Yeah, that's not what you said.
I said spotting and dotting.
You said
What do you think?
spot and done.
No G's here.
Did you search without G's?
No, I can search.
Okay, why don't you search for that?
All right, this is a thing.
So that's why Matt Carpenter's real good. That's why Garrett Cole's really good, and that's why Jameson Taillon's really good.
Yes.
The Yankees.
Yes.
Should we do?
You Yankee motherfucker.
I don't know. I mean, this looks like a slang. Tony in 2012 tweeted, "We spotting and dotting today, bruh." Hashtag on God.
You retweet
What year? What year was that?
2012.
He was saying on God.
Yeah.
2012.
He's like,
Oh,
dude, he's
that's
also saying spotting and dotting. And that's just now.
guy's
hit.
Yeah,
a
but
time
what is it?
traveler.
Was he talking about baseball?
No idea.
No.
No, because in 2010, Donald Van Pelt Jr. said, "No spotting and dotting over here."
Yeah, but that's. What are they talking about?
I don't know. What are they?
I'm kind of interested.
Jim, I think it's yours.
I think it's yours.
Okay, cool.
You Yankee motherfucker.
Oh, I get to go first?
Should we just do like a group thing or something?
It feels like mean.
It's going into the All-Star break. I don't want that.
All right, instead of giving out MFers, and sure, let's talk about the death of Gallo and our opinions. Because Jake, I would like you to speak on it first because you kind of had like a come to God moment.
No, I think the people would maybe expect me to do like my Jakey, like, oh no, Yankee MF, or like we're in LA.
Yeah, happy.
After the Friday night game and after how the substitutions were used, and after watching Gallo do it again, the phrase I used was it felt like the period at the end of the sentence. Whatever people in the Yankees front office have fought and battled for Gallo, and don't get me wrong, I've laid it out here on Talkin Yanks, like the stats we've seen do not match his previous year's player cards. It's not supposed to look like this. I don't know what it looks like. Even if it looked like the numbers on the player card, I don't know if we loved it. I think we would have loved it from the 9 hole. That was my argument like a month ago. If Gallo could get his head on straight and we had that as just a bonus 9-piece playing some decent right field, I can figure that out. He had the worst month-long addition you could possibly have to try to stay on this team. And then we run into this little funk where you start, because these Yankees haven't lost games. When you lose games, you start to question things.
Yep.
And when you look at the things you have to question, we've been tough on IKF on this show. But, I mean, what Gallo has done and the way it looks is just so hard to watch that it felt like the period for me. I thought I was sitting on my couch and tweeting out, like, you're telling me you wouldn't rather have Brett Gardner than Joey Gallo?
I did say that.
Center. We need a backup center fielder, left
you also
fielder.
said Paul O'Neill.
Someone replied to my tweet of Brett Gardner, and they said Paul O'Neill could give us better at-bats than Gallo right now. I'm a pretty silly guy. I'm always joking.
Always.
You give Paul O'Neill 20 at-bats right now? I'm taking
He still plays golf. Actively.
How about this? If your life was on the line and it's 25 at bats,
You can only choose Gallo or Paul.
Gallo or Paul O'Neill, I'm sincerely right now choosing Paul O'Neill.
Against MLB pitching?
Yes. I mean, I know what Gallo's going to give me.
You wouldn't want to, see O'Neill.
Isn't he like 070 in his last?
Gallo? Yeah. Oh, he hit a homer
It's
today.
really- yeah.
But
Homer today.
I don't know. Life's about limiting risk. Whoa, heavy jump. If Joey Gallo was on this team in October and ends up hurting us, who do you can't blame anything else.
Well,
You're firmly pointing in the mirror at yourself.
Here's what they're set up for. I don't know if the Yankees are going to do this, but here's what they're set up for. Domingo Germán activated from AAA. Joey Gallo designated for assignment as soon as the break ends. You're going to send Tilo back down? He went 3 for 3 with a homer, and you started him in the field.
It's a doubleheader. They can use 27 guys.
Okay, so after that, whenever it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know if they will pull it. I don't know if they'll pull the trigger on it. This is the highest I've ever, because in my heart of hearts, I knew they weren't doing. I've been asking for it for a month, but I knew they weren't going to do anything.
Right.
I think, I'm 45% they will. That's the highest chance that I think where he doesn't come back after the All-Star break. Locastro stays up, and then they ride that to the deadline.
I guess part of the point, and sorry, Joes, but if the tweet came out, Yankees announced they're releasing Joey, or they're designating Joey Gallo for assignment. There's really no baseball argument.
No.
There's no logical argument where you could say that's a bad move.
Yeah.
Right.
I gave him every opportunity. I said after a lot of bad baseball, I said you had a month-long tryout to show him something else, and he's hitting 070, so that's it, dude.
When Castro comes up.
With three hits, 2 stolen bags?
That's what I'm saying.
And a homer.
When he comes up, what is he, 4 for 70 or 80 or something like that? When he comes up and he gets 3 of your hits in one game, I'm sorry.
That's why I'm saying I think that home run by Gallo is like we were watching a lot of it, and we kept
beautiful
saying like, you know, that's the dead, or like, you know, Carpenter yesterday he put another stamp on it, like, you know, bought the casket. Tilo hitting a homer today kind of closed the casket, like, you know, got him underground. That homer
was the frustration.
is like, let's not think ill about the dead.
I was wondering how this all
That's what that homer was.
Yeah.
That was like everyone was celebrating, and they're like, you know what?
The way Carpenter was celebrating.
Let's send you out on this. Like, you have a terrible batting practice session. Horrible. As soon as you stroke one up and you're like, you put good wood on it, you're like, you know what? Let's end on that one. That's what's happened with Gallo here. So that's why, you know.
I think Carpenter.
You ended with a homer.
Carpenter kind of saw, like, I think he went back in time looking at Gallo. He's like, I've been there.
Yeah.
You know what? You can do it. That's why he was getting extra happy for him. And then, of course, he looks back into the field.
I mean, that's the only 0.1% of the movie is if Matt Carpenter like fixed Joey Gallo, and then Matt Carpenter's truly gone. But that's not happening. That's not real life. And like, I guess
I got on hitting Twitter because I saw Gallo, and I saw a lot of hitting Twitter stuff.
Yeah.
And someone shot his warm-up swing when he was just on deck, and he was doing blitzball, and then this, and they
can't see you.
Well,
move that table.
It was like he was just loading his step and then following through with his hands, which is opposite of what Judge and Rizzo and like is taught.
It's not connected.
Not connected, and you're going to be behind on fastballs
right.
with that. And then I was looking at hitting Twitter, and they were like, "Yeah, like, dude, you're practicing being behind on fastballs with slow hands."
I think there's just a certain point where you got to be real, and I think, and this is tough, but like I think the most relieved person in the world.
Gallo, dude, he's been waiting for this.
If that DFA happened, you hit a home run, the Texas Rangers are taking you back. Like, I think he would just have a sigh of relief. So,
yeah,
I just don't. I think the Yankees are going to
seems
keep
like a
him
nice guy.
through the deadline just because the 0.00001% chance someone wants to trade something for him. But then, like, once we're past that, there's just no reason not to.
If
once
someone,
that's done,
if someone claims him on waivers,
0.001 is done.
But if someone claims him on waivers, what they would trade to get him on the waiver wire is the same as
they'll
what
pay whatever amount of the salary they're willing to. That's like what the Yankees get is not paying whatever that amount is.
And now if you DFA a player, I believe you have them for 10 days.
Yeah.
And the trade deadline is the 2nd. So that's 7 days, 8, 9, 10. So, yeah, I mean, the longest that he can really be on this team is till, like, next Sunday and have it make any sense. So that's...
like under team control.
Yes.
Every time they bring someone up from AAA that's an outfielder, they start over Gallo.
That's so
if
crazy.
that's not, like, the biggest sign of maybe this guy shouldn't be on and those guys maybe... Come on.
And I want everyone to think about your profession or whatever you're involved in. Because, don't get me wrong, Joey Gallo, the Paisan, and like what could have been, all about it. Miguel Andujar, Tim Locastro are 2 MLB players.
Florial's crushing it.
That are at
Florio is crushing it.
They're at AAA instead of playing for the New York Yankees while he was doing what he was doing.
You're talking in past tense already.
4 for 70.
4 for 70 with
Estevan Florial,
botched triple.
who
Accident.
I'm not going to go on a Florial thing. You guys know I like him. He kind of runs like a baby deer. It's probably not a part of this season. But, like, would Estevan Florial not turn into a Gary Sanchez story if he ended up getting the call next year or something? I know he's out of options and stuff. We've just heard his name for so long. He's killing it at AAA, like best hitter on the team, and he's still 24 or whatever he is. So it's
See that young still?
It's time.
24.
I think he's 24. Yeah.
Wow. We've heard about him for a while, huh?
Well, the Yankees.
Yeah, we heard about him too early. Turns 25 in November. This is the last year. Like all the minor league people are like, he needs to hit every day. He will stay in AAA all year unless there's like every day at bats.
Yeah.
For him at the
Injury,
MLB level.
COVID, or a
But-
trade.
Because like the worst thing the Yankees like can do to him is
Dude, we
have him
heard
on the
about,
MLB
we heard
roster.
about him too early.
Too early,
Why
bro.
were people
He was
talking
so
about
young.
him that
Toolsy.
young? That was silly. All right, so that was Yankee MF, and now we get into regular old awards, which are brought to you by our good friends over at Greg Morris Cards. GMC. Heard of them, Joes? Of course you have.
Yes.
Does Greg Morris sound like a guy you can trust?
With my cards?
Who's got a firmer handshake, me or Greg Morris?
Not you.
Whose
It's
wife
not me.
loves him more, Greg Morris's or Jake's?
I didn't hear the question.
Whose wife loves him more, Greg Morris's or Jake's?
It's your question. Jake doesn't have a wife yet, technically.
Nice. Well, Greg Morris.
Love you, Jazz.
Who's that?
Noodle.
Jazz?
Jazz. Greg Morris sells baseball cards from every era. Pre-war, post-war, or modern. Name another era.
Postmodern. It's coming.
Pre-war.
He's going to get
Well,
those
he
cards,
sells them
too.
there, too. Why do people trust GMC for buying cards, Joes? Well, it's because Greg Morris and his team hand grade every card they sell. Buyers have been trusting Greg's grades for years. If Greg says the card's mint, you know the card's mint. Go to gregmorris.com to see our inventory. GMC wants to give you $10 in free cards just for hearing about us on John Boy Media. Go to our website, gregmorriscards.com. He's had that since 1988, believe it or not. Find the cards you want, and if you win the eBay auction, message us with the code JOHNBOY to get $10 off your order. Way to go, GMC. Way to go.
'Cause I'm GMC. I'm down on my GM. I will not fight. Are we doing regular?
Regular Art Awards.
Ooga, ooga, ooga.
Wooga.
That's just a silly.
I don't know why. I don't know wwhy I did that.
Okay.
That's like one of the silliest ways to try to scare people.
How did he try to scare you?
Wooga wooga wooga.
Ooga, ooga, ooga.
That's the silliest way to try to scare someone.
It'd be really scary if like it was like a guy killing you doing it.
That's mean.
Yeah.
Because you're laughing.
Yeah, because you'd laugh a little.
Are we all doing 2 awards? Or
No
are we
idea.
Doing 1 award each?
No idea. I'm giving out
Okay.
the award water.
The water award.
Water?
Water.
Being just like water,
Let me look at some stats.
maybe flexible.
I'm gonna
Water?
look something up too.
I've got it between 2 guys right
Water?
The water award.
now.
The Castro?
No.
No.
No, he's a Gator guy.
I've got it between.
He's a Gator guy.
I've got it between. Tim LaCastro loves Gator. I have it between DJ or Judge.
That's cool, dude, but I only accept final answers.
I'm going DJ. Go Judge, dude.
Go Judge. Go Judge.
I'm going Judge.
Judge.
Nice,
Judge.
dog.
Yeah.
Water finds its level. And Judge found his level, which is just really fucking good. I don't know if that's the way that phrase works, but
It does now.
does now.
I think it does.
Important. We're talking about all the important things to happen
Important.
before the break. Important.
You skipped that first T.
Yeah.
Important.
That's how you say Stanton.
Hey, Stan.
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 Yeah.
Stan.
Judge homers.
Yeah.
What was his? I mean, did he have 3 homers or just 2 this series? 2 in that game.
He ended up having a good series.
455 batting average, 538 on base percentage. We needed a lot of people to go into break feeling they
Yes.
had good first halves. We named like 2 guys already, but Judge was also, dude, you had a great first half.
Yeah.
You deserve to go into break feeling good about yourself. He gets the piss and vinegar face on, probably leads charge in that regard. Homers, 2 homers in the game, has a bunch of hits. He finishes playing center field with LoCastro to his left and Hicks to his right. 2 center fielders. He's got to be looking around and being like, all right. Told you guys I was out here. Imagine putting those guys in your rear view.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the center fielder now.
Yes.
That's nuts. So I needed that. I was getting worried about Judge. Not really. Like,
Right.
But it was like, it got to the point where I was like, come on.
When
Judge.
is this going to
Like,
change?
come on, Judge. Like,
Do we have to wait till after the All-Star break? for
get
this
out
to
of
change?
this. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So the water
Good
award
award.
goes to Judge.
I'm a Judge guy. Joe's.
Joe's. Is it because the Yankees are so good? Is it bad to give a gumption? I know you usually do gumption when, but bad things were happening.
You want to give a Gumption Award
I
out?
kind of do.
All
You're
right.
going gumption?
BBD, how many times has the Gumption Award been given out?
I can look into that.
Gumption Award?
He's going Gumption.
Can you guess who it is?
Oh, okay. Gumption. Gumption Award.
I think you're going Trevi or IKF.
Rizzo.
Mm-mm.
Okay. That was my guess.
Yeah, and I already guessed.
I think I'm going to go with we talked about him earlier. I think the story is true. We've talked about it enough, and we've created it that it's true. I think it's Wandy.
I think it could be.
I think it's Wandy, and I think that fired up speech of nobody, that ooga booga wooga, whatever the hell he was saying in the clubhouse, that got everybody so mad.
So mad.
So mad. It righted the season.
Pissed, dude.
You made it seem like you're giving out a bad award.
That's a great award.
Yeah, it was a good award.
No, but I mean, like, usually you talk about gumption when...
No, I'm asking for it.
Okay.
Give us some gumption.
Oh, that's true.
He's announced.
Well, Wandy gave it to you.
Wandy gave it. Well, Wandy demanded it out of them, and then they returned it.
I just love that he picked up everything after.
You think Jake has gumption?
Not while he's playing Arkanoid.
Oh, really?
You take that back.
Because I...
That's
Dude,
the only place
I was going to say that's the only place he has gumption. Is when, he's, Gamer Jake.
Credit to me.
It's a credit to him, actually.
Gamer Jake doesn't sleep. Gamer Jake thinks...
That was bad yesterday, guys.
Gamer Jake treats a computer like a real human person that he has to
We forgot to ask Chris Rose.
He has to outsmart them.
We forgot to ask
Jake's
Chris
full of
Rose.
gumption.
We should ask Chris Rose.
Make that the Jake Award. In retro, I can't change your award.
You can't change
Jake Award.
Jake, you get to give out an award.
Fellas. My first award is the H2O Award.
What is it? The H2O?
The H2O Award.
Okay.
Jeter, because the doc's coming out and 2 is in there?
Let's go in Jeter.
I'm going to guess DJ, because when I gave the water award out,
Yeah.
he guessed DJ.
DJ.
Joe's is 2 for 2
for 2.
today.
I guess
Yeah.
DJ.
Yeah.
Holy
I guess
smokes.
DJ.
Go DJ. DJ. David John makes long gone. BBD, I was trying to look through the awards. I gave him an award a little while back. Because DJ's on-base percentage has been in an okay place all year.
Mm-hmm.
He started drawing a lot of walks. Maybe that's when it was. Because he was drawing a ton of walks. And it was like, okay. DJ LeMahieu, his stats on May 31st. So June 1.
Okay.
What series would that have been?
I'm not sure. He started walking a lot. So it was like a walking, but I want you to hit more award. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
On June 1st, DJ was hitting 256, 333 with a 718 OPS. That's not great. That's not great. Since June 1st, DJ LeMahieu, 40 games.
You gave him the All-American Reject Award, swing.
Swing.
Yeah.
Yes. Since June 1st, he's 290. Good.
That's good.
416 on base in front of Aaron Judge.
Really good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Needed to set the table.
With an 823 OPS, DJ has been really good for a while now. I wanted him to start hitting more. He was getting on base. Now he's starting to hit. He's had a couple big hitting games recently, and this is a stat that our guy Trevor Plouffe turned us on to, and he said it's the number one sign if a guy is seeing the ball really well. Beams?
I found it. I found the award,
What was it?
the Trevor Plouffe Award.
Oh.
No, it was the All-American Rejects Award. Swing. Because you want him to swing more.
I thought so. What was the Trevor Plouffe Award?
I assume
That was about-
the week before. That's around the date you're talking about.
Trevor Plouffe Award wasn't bad.
Because he was walking more than he was striking out, and you were like, oh, well, that's good. That means he's doing stuff.
Okay.
But you also got the Swing Award, so it could have been that time, too.
I thought the Trevor Plouffe Award
You
was
gave him a
double
Trevor
plays.
Plouffe Award. You just referenced Trevor Plouffe. I found that award.
Trevor Plouffe.
Either way, here's what you need to know. Trevor Plouffe, who played Major League Baseball, said, whenever you see a guy that has more walks than hits, that means he's just tuned in, like he's seeing the ball incredibly well. DJ LeMahieu, 40 games since June 1st. 32 walks, 21 strikeouts.
More walks than strikeouts is what you mean to say then.
By a lot. 32 walks.
You said more
21
walks than
strikeouts.
hits, and I was like, that's a fuck lot
No,
of walks.
more walks than strikeouts.
Yeah.
DJ, sneaky, and I think it snuck by because Judge went through a little funk, and Rizzo hasn't been like full-blown Rizzo. I guess Stan kind of hasn't been either. That I think the crooked numbers we saw against the Red Sox the last 2 games, if either of those 3 start going and DJ stays like this, those are just crooked numbers in the first inning, like every game.
Yes.
So, good job, DJ.
Way to go, DJ.
Dude, get on base. And by his numbers before the All-Star game now, just on the year, he's 279 with a I just lost his on-base percentage. He's 279 with a 383 on base, hitting in front of Judge, Rizzo, and Stan.
Very good.
Very good.
Love it.
Love him.
Trevor Plouffe Award was for his 100th homer,
Mm.
and a week later got the Swing Award.
Swing. Because he was walking a lot then. Now he's hitting, too. 7 for 12 this series, something like that.
Yeah. So you gave him an award for walking too much, and then you gave him an award for walking a lot?
No, I wanted him to hit more. I was
Yeah.
fine with the walks.
Okay.
But DJ needed to hit a
Because
little
that was
bit.
that was the
and now he's
indication that
hitting.
he's ready to start hitting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was actually profitable.
Okay.
Profit.
I have a second award.
Okay.
The opposite award.
The opposite?
The opposite. OPPOSITE.
Impressed how quickly you spelled that. I thought you were going to struggle with that word a little bit more.
No.
What the fuck is going on?
Hey, easy. What's up with you, dude?
You started freaking out. We had to sandwich you to hold you tight.
No.
What was your guess?
He guessed
I
IKF.
can't.
Wrong.
Now you get to guess.
Monty.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Donaldson, man. He's the only one like that I
Ooh.
don't feel great about going into the
Shit.
break.
You took my award.
My dad has been saying he doesn't like Donaldson's at bats for a while.
Right.
And I was like, well, there are bad numbers. Yeah, he's struggling a little bit. He's coming. And then like it's like now I'm a little more honed in on his at bats.
Yeah.
And like how he's like getting out. Dude, he's not a good at bat right now at all.
Can I tell something to Joe's? I don't think you can hear it yet.
Game 2, those at bats, Joe's, just 0-2 strikeout,
Look bad.
0-2 strikeout. They're bad at bats.
I was going to give him the Navigator Award because I need him to right the ship.
Oh, that's cool.
His shit.
I gave him the opposite award.
What is happening?
I'm trying to.
I have to tell you something, but Jimmy
Jimmy
can't hear it
needs to
yet.
tell you something.
Yeah, the
Jimmy
mic-
can't
Like,
hear
if
it
Jimmy
yet.
hears it, like, it might send him to a bad place.
He's an offensive Kluber, Jake.
Oh, my God.
Jake might as well
Jake.
screamed that.
How'd you hear that?
It was so loud.
He's an offensive Kluber.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, veteran guy.
Yeah.
He's professional.
Yeah.
It's kind of there, but it's kind of not.
It's not, though, more than there at this point. The defense has been good.
The defense has been
good, and he's
solid.
not
But
been a
so has
negative at
DJ
the
at
plate.
third.
Right. And so that Gallo quote where he was like, he's 2 weeks away from having a good season, Donaldson can still technically say that.
Yes.
Well, he's had good moments.
Like,
throughout.
he has a positive OPS plus on the year,
I know.
which is nuts.
But he goes into the break with just some bad at bats.
yeah.
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 Is that coffee for me?
Yes.
So I felt bad ordering just one coffee for delivery. And then, so I ordered black coffee. I know you like it. And I was going to debate if this came out too creamy, pouring a little of the black coffee into my
You got to
coffee.
be able to do some science to
So are you giving him the black coffee? He's been like looking at it a
Do
lot.
you want it?
Well, I just realized no one's been drinking it, and I'm someone who drinks black coffee. So it was like, oh, did Jake get that for me? But then never
Kinda.
ever tell me, and just
If
It's
you
just
wanted
never-
it,
He's been looking at that for a
do
while.
you think he wants it?
Yes, he does.
thank you. Okay, so I stole Joe's award,
You did.
and
Navigator.
Now Joe gets to steal Jake's award.
Jake doesn't have an award plan.
Do you have an award?
I'm looking now. I'm kind of thinking.
All right, this seems contrived.
These awards sometimes seem contrived.
Yeah. Oh, dude, someone commented that. Oh, it's just making me laugh. He said, the awards aren't contrived. How long it takes you to come up with them, like you're making it up, is contrived. And I was like, oh, man.
If you need a second, I have my award.
Go ahead.
You can't really plan the awards because
You can't really.
you don't know
the
what happens.
conversation
You don't
might
know.
happen a lot before you get
I
to the
think
awards.
you guys.
Like, we talked about Cole too much.
I think you guys might get this one.
Yeah.
My award is the Your Team Stinks award.
Oh, okay. So you think that this person is telling the Red Sox that?
Tigers? Or who owns the Tigers? Wait, don't make it at the owners.
It's not at the owners.
Oh, that's a fan. We Got Ice. We Got Ice gets this award?
Yeah, nice.
It's the
Zach?
We Got Ice award.
Are you giving Zach the award?
Don't call We Got Ice Zach.
Zach from We Got Ice?
Rizzo.
Cubs?
The Red Sox kind of stink, man.
They do.
I don't want this
You're
to
just
be.
giving it to the Red Sox?
Well, We Got Ice
We Got Ice.
because their
You-
team stinks.
You could write Zach for shorthand. It's kind of Zach,
Here's
Joe and Jack combined.
The Yankees hit 310 as a team. They got on base at a 423 clip. Locastro 429.
There's one stat you can say right here.
Higgy 429, Hicks 462, Carpenter 571, Stanton 500, Rizzo 571, Judge 538, DJ 643.
Jake, there's one stat that will really just hammer home your point.
What's that?
Ryan Weber, 3 innings pitched, 0 earned runs.
Oh, man.
If that happens to you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the opposite of Wandy's speech.
In
It's the
That's
exact
very true.
opposite, dude.
That's very true.
In a semi-serious note, I think you might have seen it from the Red Sox. I think we saw it genuinely from We Got Ice. And I mentioned this the other day. That team had a lot of stock in Chris Sale coming back.
A lot. And
man,
Evaldi,
when he,
Whitlock.
that was so dangerous.
You wanted.
When
Hold
Sale,
on. All you wanted that coffee for was to drink it out of that cup.
he likes a good cup. They're nice cups.
Yeah.
When Chris Sale
Good pour, huh?
left the game today, We Got Ice.
Yeah.
They're pretty happy, bubbly guys. Like they were kind of broken.
Yeah.
This team put a ton of stock in Sale and Evaldi coming back and being studs, like bona fide studs. And now Sale, after all of that, being out again. Their team. Talk about a team you circle like the next week and a half out of the All-Star game.
Well, they just started their tough stretch of over 500 teams, and they went 3-7 in the first 10. I think they have 5 more left after the break. They don't have. Well, you guys only hit AAA pitchers. Well, we just hit all your pitchers.
Yeah.
And they were hitting Sale, like lining up. He could have come back and had a great start and given up 1 or 2. The
Right.
defense is the other like brain-breaking thing.
Yeah.
Like, the Sox stink at defense,
They're
man.
so bad.
They, Story just went on the IL, and coming out of the All-Star break, you've got about 3 weeks to make a decision in which way, 2 weeks in which way your team is going to go. And they could be sitting below 500 at the All-Star break. They're still not a team that would sell, but they could do one of those retooling trades.
Yeah,
We've seen them do that.
2016 Yankees.
We've seen them do that too.
We could see.
But that team, I mean, the Yankees were laughing at Pivetta.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They were laughing at Nick Pivetta.
I reached out to see if they had a tip on him. I was told no. They just crush him.
He just doesn't scare them.
Yeah.
So, do you have a final word, Joes?
Yes, I do. Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt.
I'm gonna
Tim
guess
LoCastro.
Tim LoCastro.
I
That's
guess
good.
first.
That's Tim
I threw that
LoCastro.
up there. No.
Who got it right first?
You did.
Nice.
No.
Yes.
No.
I think you did.
Thanks, man.
I'm going to give it to Jimmy, of course.
Thank
Because
you.
he poured the coffee. It was a really good
It was a
pour.
really good pour.
Really
You guys
good pour.
kind of you undersold it.
I'm going to give it to Tim LoCastro. And it's not even about only him, but it's what he represents.
Right.
One, the end of, kind of like a rough period for another player. I think that Tim LeCastro also represents what this team is about this year. We put up a stat for stolen bases this year. Yankees have 64 stolen bases as a team this entire year. You know how many they had last year? All of last year?
63.
60. Well, they tied it.
They tied it, 63.
So they had 64 last year.
They tied it today.
Yes, and they tied it today. It just shows the entire difference.
Jake thinks it was 63.
I thought it was 63.
You thought it was 60? I think it's 64.
I think it was 64, and the Casher Seal was this Yankees 63rd, and they were going to get to 60. Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is. The point is,
They matched last year today.
it's not nerds got fired last year. Okay. The ones that say stolen bases don't work and it doesn't equate to winning, they're gone.
Right.
And now we have people in Tim LeCastro, which I think
It was 63. Jake wins.
Jake, you won. You're
I
winning.
tweeted it out, so I would have. I was about to feel
You're
really
right.
bad if
You're
I was
fine.
wrong.
You're fine. So I look at it as like Tim LeCastro is a guy. He's an automatic double to me. If he gets on base as a walk or a single, he's stealing because he knows what to do.
That should be in your OPS. We've said that.
Yes. Yes. He's a very productive player, plays defense. He's your playoff guy, I think. So
before. Can we start doing OPSS?
OPSX?
Like, let steals be a base for them.
On base plus slugging plus steals.
OPS, and is the second S little?
I saw how much
can
your
you put
face
the
wants
S?
it to be,
He
but
wants
I was
it.
just going double S.
Tiny one. Kind of like exponential power.
OPSS sounds like
Oh,
a
up
type
top,
of
up top,
yes.
up top.
Up
SP,
top.
up top, SP. Like a
Yes,
TM, SP up top.
Okay.
SP. OPS, SP plus. You pronounce it OPS.
So you're doing a plus for league
I want to see what it
average?
would look like on Baseball Reference.
All right, eat shit.
Joe's, here's my thing. I compare it to lottery tickets. So let's say you hit a home run. That's like 10 lottery tickets as a chance to win the game.
Yeah.
You know, a starting pitching having a good outing. That's 25 lotto tickets.
Yes.
A stolen base is like 2 lotto tickets. It's nice. It's good to have. A good defensive play is like 3 lotto tickets. The Yankees, because they had that formula in their head, they were like, let's try to hit the most home runs. That's how you win games. But home runs can be tough to come by sometimes.
Right.
And that's when you need base running and defense, because that gives you more of a chance to win games. They have that this year, and it's insane that they didn't for 2 years. And lefties.
Lefties. In
Look,
Yankee
Castro.
Stadium, Jake.
Yankee State.
Lo Castro, here's what I think I want, like, people listening to this show or just Yankee fans in general. Like, the mindset is not what do we need to survive the second half.
Yes.
All we're talking about now is prepping for the postseason from here on out. They have a huge lead. Tilo's, like, let's lock down roles
Yes.
as we get to August and September. I don't think Tilo's going to stay up the whole time because I think they're going to make some moves. But at some point, like in September, like if he's your postseason runner, then put him on the roster for all of September and let's get into postseason mode.
Yes.
It's a luxury that we have not had as the Yankees have not had, or we as fans, to be like, we are tinkering, like we're prepping. Like September is spring training for the postseason.
Even in the Yankees'
Yeah.
best year, when was it, 2019, they didn't really have that
They were in
September.
Yeah, no. So, but that's what, when you look at the trade deadline, we're not trading for people to help us in a pennant race
No.
in August or September.
Doesn't
You
matter.
think,
Yeah. They can make those
would
moves,
this
but
person
that's it.
crack the postseason roster? So, like, Tilo should be getting more and more reps. If Gallo's out, even if they trade for someone else, then at some point the bench has to level out to the people that will be in the postseason.
I agree.
I guess my only thing with Tilo, he can run.
He can run.
Like Tim Locastro can run.
He knows how to slide.
So, depending what other outfield options come into play this year, whether it's a trade or Andujar or Hicks or
Andujar.
Roll those R's.
Roll your R's when you say Andujar.
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 All right, do it at the same time. 3, 2, 1.
Andujar. Andujar.
This was impressive. If it comes down to, because, we're still going to play Judgy and Stanton every day.
Not if Joe's has
Carpenter's got to play. So, whoever we're figuring out as our final outfield option, Tilo, I don't think he can play in front of them because they want him off the bench.
Well, I'm saying playing off the bench.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Right, but
A fourth outfielder?
Yeah.
if there's other bench players or they need more pitchers like that, it takes priority.
But I said in September.
Yeah, I mean, Tilo can run.
Yeah.
They did that with Wade. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, the Yankees have, because you said earlier, it's a luxury they have this year. Things have acted like they've had the luxury the last couple years.
yeah, they do. They do.
If they didn't do it this year, it'd
Yeah.
be really weird.
Yeah.
They finally should.
Some other notes going into it. Hicksy, he had that fuck you in him. Took Sale
Yes.
out. Rude.
That was very rude.
Tough to see. Hope Sale's all right. Wasn't scared about the way he was pitching prior to the pinky. So
Right. I mean, he rocketed that
he
ball.
rocked that ball.
Rocketed.
DJ remains the Sale killer. Opened up with a hit. Stanton remains the Pavetta killer. That was cool. IKF, he had some big hits or some hits. His last
Good July.
his last 30 games are actually really good offensively, which is good. Obviously, my main thing is routine ground balls still.
He made a really nice. He makes some really nice plays.
Dude, I will not ever say he doesn't make nice plays, but he
made
also
some nice
made
plays.
another bad throw. The Fox broadcast was all over him
Right.
for the way he looks. So you just need the routine plays made.
Yeah.
But hey, come through with the bat. At least that's the way you can be a plus player now. But come postseason time, routine ground balls at short is my number one priority.
He does well when you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about the throw, or you don't have to think about those things. So, but hopefully he can just kind of lock it down, man, because if he's hitting like this, then he deserves to be on the team.
He hits line drives instead of worm burners, and it goes well for a little bit. I think this is like his third hot streak of the year. And yeah, man, he the barehanded play when he's started to make the B+ plays, and those are pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
And he does those well. But yeah, it's the ones at him, and Jimmy's done some of the math on it. It's about one a series.
Braza got 2 hits today. Big time double and a single. Just putting it out there. And he had a home run yesterday.
Rizzo had a good on base percentage.
He got
Yeah.
on base, yeah.
Got hit a couple times.
We talked about Monty. We talked about Chappie. We talked about Wandy. We didn't talk about Clay. He gets one appearance here, and it was fine. A hit and a walk, but he gets out of it.
He's settled in.
We talked.
It became towards the second half of that Clay Holmes appearance. You weren't saying is he gonna throw a strike? It was
Right.
what's he gonna throw?
He was locating.
Yeah.
A little better.
Kinger, he gives up the run that's not earned,
Oh, that was tough.
goes Manfred.
but it's his pitch.
Yeah.
Was Trevino wrong for pursuing that ball, or should he have let King just?
No, don't.
There's
He was-
no man's land.
I think even if Trevi picked it up,
Bogart's broke
not
anyway.
guaranteed an out.
Yeah, Bogart's
King-
broke.
You can't
just
bounce
tough.
that ball. It was really
You
good
can't
base
bounce that
running
ball.
by Bogarts. He just made Dahlbeck look bad with 2
Horrible.
sliders. That you're definitely gonna throw another slider, and there's 2 outs, and Dahlbeck's been bad for them. That Bogart says if he bounces one, I think I'm gonna go no matter what, and it ended up being perfect for him. So
He
it's
ran
tough.
awesome.
Like Trevi went down to block it, it hits him in the mask. It's just that was a good job by Bogarts. Bad job by
Like the ball
King.
hit the ground.
you'd blame King over Trevi. Trevi did the best he could.
Yeah. the ball hit the ground, and I felt like he ran immediately.
He was gone. He was looking for a ball in the dirt. Like, I think that was good, like, Bogart's, like,
Base
Cora
running.
teaching baseball stuff.
Yeah. Loizaga gets some slop time at the end, which is good. He looked good, right?
Yeah.
He threw one change up that made me go, oh,
Yeah.
that was nice. And it's nice that he gets some time to work to get through it instead
In a tied game.
of putting him in the fire.
Love Yankee blowouts.
It's fun. All right.
Marinaccio.
Oh,
I think, started a
Marinaccio
rehab
returned
today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Started a rehab assignment. He was playing himself into a real role.
He going to be in
before the injury.
Houston?
Are they gonna?
Yeah.
Because the minor leagues also have the All-Star break off, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they just call him back up?
He did a rehab today.
Threw one today.
And he's a reliever, so
Yeah.
he might be. They're probably gonna do like a Clark 27th man start game 2 thing, right?
They
Clark
said
pitched
Tyone-
today.
They said Tyone
Clark
and
pitched
someone.
today. He got shelled a little bit.
Sears could come back. 27th man stuff doesn't count for the option rules. So I think they'd use one of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have off days after that? Can you start two guys? Like two starters? Does it have to be a
If
spot
they
start?
do,
I'd like to come out the
if
gates.
they
hot,
have like a
in those 2
Monday
days of
off
Boston.
day, then I guess they could. Let's see it.
What's the next series?
Yeah,
Their Monday is off, so
next
they
Monday
could
is
just
off.
start people.
Yeah. So yeah,
So
they have 5 games.
5
leading into an
games,
off
a
day.
Monday off day.
So I'd rather them
So I
not
think they
call
will
up a
then.
spot starter. They should. They just do
I
the
think
rotation.
I think they have it listed as Tyone and Monty as of right now.
All right. Nice.
And then Herman would get the Orioles. Okay.
Cool. I think that's
in
everything.
that's in Camden, right? Away. Yeah.
Joe's, thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks to go listen to Pinstripe Strong, and we're doing tons of stuff out here. We're gonna be at the Home Run Derby,
Shady
and
Rays
if you're
Studio
in
this week.
LA, we are gonna be at Boomtown Brewery during the All-Star Game. And thanks to Shady Rays for sending us out here. And the house is amazing. We're gonna beat Arkanoid, and we'll say out all the All-Stars.
Arkanoid.
We're presented by SeatGeek.
Yeah, presented by SeatGeek. The whole damn show.
Shady Rays Studio this week.
Shady Rays Studio.
I think so.
All right, I'll put my glasses on. We'll say goodbye.
Bang.
A lot of Shady Rays back there.
Thank you
Lot of
guys.
Shady Rays.
Thank you guys very
Shady
much.
Rays.
We love you. What a first half it was.
Phew.
I'm so happy we get to be happy. Go Yanks. Tell them Grams.
Nothing I say should be. important.
Spotting and dying today, bruh.
Oh.
On God.
Oh God.
Let's go Yankees.
That's a shirt.